Ready for the second round for the brain anatomy? Yeah. So let's start here. Now, let's start the easy part.
Oh goodness.
This structure here, what is this?
Big and fat, probably in the back, cerebellum.
Cerebellum. You don't know if it's in the back or not, but well, you could, because you have something coming out of it into the spinal canal below this hole here. With this hole here, what's called?
Foramen magnum?
Big foramen, big hole.
Big hole.
And what those go down the big hole?
Well, that's where we send the spinal canal.
Well, that part of the spinal cord up connecting to the brain is called medulla what? What is it called? What's it called?
Oh.
Medulla oblongata.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, extension of the brain. So, and you see as well, it's cerebellum or small brain, Latin for small brain, because see those foliae. Those foliae are very parallel. You see them there? Whereas the cerebrum, you have gyri, gyrus and sulcus, right?
Yeah. Our
So
deep
what is
folds.
that? What is that here, right there?
It's a ventricle.
Lateral ventricle.
Yes,
Very good,
lateral
very good.
ventricle.
Now, this is now good question. What is this bone right here?
Right there. Let's see.
Do you see how massive it is?
Mastoid?
Mastoid. The mastoid means the massive bone. That's what it means.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
I like naming conventions like that.
Yeah. Well, why does spinal cord stops here and starts here again? Why does it spinal cord stops here and starts here again?
I am comfortable with saying I don't know.
Okay, well, we have a forward bending of the spine in the neck. We call that spinal lordosis. If you cut something straight top and bottom, like in a coronal plane, obviously
Okay.
that part of the spinal cord is in front of it. And when you cut it, you don't get that part. That's why you see spinal cord here and here. But in this plane, the spinal cord is actually in front of this plane. That's why you don't see that, because there's a cervical lordosis.
Makes sense. 2-dimensional versus 3-dimensional. Like you always see the cut.
Exactly. Now, let's look at a few other things. Do you see that line right there? Here and here? That's a very tough membrane. What is it called, that tough membrane? It goes as well around the brain.
Is
called
that
dura.
Duramater?
Dura mater. It's
Mater,
come from.
not mater.
Actually, we took it from Arabs. They used to call it tough mother and soft mother. Then the Latinized version of that used to be called dura mater and pia mater. Now we don't say mater anymore. We just say dura and pia.
Okay.
But that part of the dura mater that goes between cerebellum and cerebrum is called tentorium, the tent.
Oh, yeah, because it anchors you to the skull in the middle.
Yeah. And so between the two hemisphere, what is it this called? That big sulcus that is separate two brain half from each other.
In the central sulcus?
Central sulcus. And then on top of central sulcus, what is that vessel that takes the blood back from our brain?
Oh, gosh.
Superior sagittal sinus. On the side, there is another sinus that right here, around the mastoid turns around. It's called sigmoid sinus. And sigmoid sinus make it like a S goes down, and it transverse sinus drains to sigmoid sinus. It's hard to see here which one is which one because they are not cut in the same plane. Most likely, this is the starting of the sigmoid transverse sinus, and here it comes and turn and make the S of the sigmoid sinus. Okay. Well, what else can we see? This you're going to get a bonus if you tell me what structure is that. It has a name. It's a big place, the terminal of our brain. All our sensory, they end here before they go where they need to go. It's a terminal that everything comes in. Is our thalamus.
Where's the hypothalamus in this?
Hypothalamus is not in this plane. It's farther away in a different plane, but it's hypo, meaning below the thalamus. Okay, inside of the ventricle, there is something that creates our cerebrospinal fluid. That right there, that let me look at that right here. What is that?
You're losing me. You're losing me.
Choroid plexus.
Choroid plexus.
Choroid plexus, exactly. Now, this is a very good information for you. The first gyrus above the corpus callosum we call cingulate gyrus. And if you put a hole in the front part of it, you can treat pain and depression. If you burn it, people don't feel pain and depression as bad.
So you're the problem.
You're the problem.